it's just so again, I'm going to go forward with the Atlanta event. If people don't want to go, or if they think I'm trying to shill Pulte Homes, okay, have at it. Okay, I own like $17 million in Pulte stock. Okay, I'm worth hundreds of millions of dollars. If you think that I'm trying to shill, or I'm trying to, fake expenses for an event or whatever, and you don't believe my intent, then just don't come to my things. You know what I mean? So I'm going to vet everybody very carefully who, comes to these events and who I platform going forward. Um, because I have a very big platform and people trust me. People trust me on Twitter. They know that I deliver. I do what I say I'm going to do. You may not always like it, but I do what I say I'm going to do. And I'm just not going to give as freely anymore. So,
well, people see your influence and they're simply just jealous, in my opinion. That's why they attack you, because they want that kind of influence, or they don't think you should have influence that you do in community.
And not only that, I'd almost compare Pulte to more of a figure like so Robert K. and his book Rich Dad Poor Dad. I would like to consider Pulte more of the rich dad life example. If you've read the book, you know what I mean by that. It's just, he knows what he's doing. He's doing the appropriate things, and he's showing everybody how that works in real time.
Yeah, but to your point, if you don't want to do it, if you just want to sit on Reddit and be a loser, right? Or listen to people who, haven't accomplished anything in business and are losers, go listen to that. You don't need to listen to me,
Pulte, what you have done is nothing short of amazing. You're being a good steward of what you've been given. You're leaving the world a better place. Mash the gas, brother. Let's go.
Yep. Well, I'm not stopping. All I'm doing is reprioritizing my wealth. I mean, I plan to. It's all subject to change, I guess, but I plan to give away all my money before I die, and people can mock the $10,000. They can mock the $100,000 for the event, which, by the way, was world class. Okay, we could have spent $2 on that thing, and you think people are complaining about some stereo system not being on? They'd be complaining like there's no way till tomorrow. That was a world class event, and I had the biggest YouTubers, the biggest influencers in the world say nobody's ever put on an event like that. Not even Trump puts on an event like that. And I'd say him and Obama were probably the two bigger ones who did it. And we put on a great event. It was the talk of the whole investor community. You have the sitting board member of GameStop. And what do? We somehow find a way to shit on Pulte and say, oh, no, we're not, we're not fans of the Atlanta event. All I'm saying is we're going to keep on going. We're going to reprioritize with who it is. We have a great platform. We have a great team. Everybody in here I consider a teammate. Everybody in the community I consider a teammate. We have a huge platform. We're not going to stop. I'm going to keep going on Fox. I'm going to keep going on CNBC because we can't be scared of these people. We need to bring the truth to the masses. We cannot be afraid. And I want people to know, I'm not saying I'm being afraid. I'm not scared that people disagree or whatever people want to conjure up about lawyers. All I'm saying is I'm going to just reapportion my giving. And anyway, that's enough. That's enough for me. You guys don't want to. You guys don't.
Elon says it. Like Elon says it. All you have to say, man, is GFY. Go fuck yourself. All those haters, they can go fuck themselves, Paulie, because we know who you are deep down.
Well, they're going to see it now with my money and my attention, because I'm not giving my money, and I'm not giving my attention, and I'm not giving my platform to people who are ungrateful. I'm just not doing it anymore.
Bill, you guys got to understand too. We lose when Pulte changes as well, because he helped us so much, and
Agreed.
What's happening right now is just freaking shame, guys.
Disappointment.
Big fucking shame, bro. I'm fucking really disappointed.
Hey,
Thank
Bill.
you, for everything, brother.
It's Blur. Just want to say that you're a warrior. Grandpa William J. Pulte was a warrior. The more I read about your history and your guys' history and the way that he raised you, I see he raised you to have honor, courage, and commitment. And not only that, he's a fighter. He's a warrior. Just like you said, UNRC. Essentially, yesterday, I laughed so hard at the space call that was called Trusting Cohen. But I believe
it's great, right? You gotta love that. They all say, I love Ryan Cohen. I love Ryan Cohen, and you trust anything Ryan Cohen does. Okay, well, his only public communication really is through his tweets and his likes. And who's he liking? And then these people somehow find a way to spin it negative on me. I mean, you can't make this stuff up. And if Ryan Cohen could speak, and I'm not speaking for him, but I'm sure he would have something to say about, the people who say that kind of shit.
I think Plur
Absolutely.
and I know people reap what they sow, isn't it?
And based off history with your grandpa, he's been through his whole from 1950s all the way up until I just recently I've read something about a 13D. He was 85 years old, your grandpa, and he was still fighting for the over 6,000 employees, still fighting for the family legacy, still
Of
fighting for
course,
what's right.
him and
And
I were
just like
him and I were joined at the hip. That's why this is child's play. These trolls and stuff. And I want people to know I'm not scared by these trolls. I'm not scared by these people even in our own community who are taking shots at me. I'm not scared by them. All I'm doing is rearranging strategy and saying, know your worth. Know your worth. And we got a great team, and Plur, you're one of the I'm nothing without you guys, and I'm nothing without my 3 million teammates. And Plur, you're the cream of the crop.
Thank you so much, and that means a lot to me because of you, I now see things in a perspective I've never seen before in my life based off my job. I typically only see things at the tactical level. Everything's about getting the mission to the tactical level. You have essentially, because of things that you have taught me through your book and things that you have spoken on, I now see things at the operational as well as the strategic level.
Yeah, the strategic is above
Absolutely.
the tactical. And I would just encourage everybody, if you hear it in my voice, and if you're wondering what I would do in your case, I would strategically step back. I'd look at everything. I'd look at the play. I'd look at the players. I'd look at who's been the most successful financially and otherwise. Financially, I say look at success because, financials don't lie. People do, right? A lot of people do smoke screens, and they use these things called words, these beautiful things called words to spin people. But money and finances don't lie. So I'd strategically step back, reevaluate. It's a new year. It's a new you. You got a new lease on life going forward. Who are you going to strategically listen to? And if you're not going to listen to somebody like me, fine. But find somebody who's financially successful, who is not, has their life screwed up, who has a great track record in business and in otherwise. And obviously, that person to me, somebody that I admire in that regard is Ryan Cohen. Um, and I think he and I, are of the same whatever ilk. But if you disagree with me, then do just focus on Ryan or find other people that you're doing. Because right now, the fact of where this movement is, you're going to see more infighting. This is why I'm saying I'm just going to reapportion myself to other things. You're going to see more infighting. You're going to see more egos. I mean, wait, you think you've seen human nature. Wait till you not only see greed, but wait until you see fame. And you're going to see people who think that they have fame in this movement, whether it's AMC, whether it's BBBY, whether it's IEP. Fame does weird things to people. It does weird, weird, weird things. Um, and, it's almost like gluttony. It's almost like that's why I posted the 7 deadly sins, because gluttony is a big one. And it's not greed, right? Gluttony is I want more, more, more. And the way fame works, if you're not careful, is it can be intoxicating, and you can start dividing, and it's just it's a very slippery slope. So I say that to everybody, to just strategically step back. You're right about the tactical level, but the tactics emanate from the strategy. And I think everybody should step back and figure out what they're going to do. And that's what I've been thinking on and praying on and meditating the last few days, literally, for 3-4 hours, is okay, how do we take this movement to actually win? Because the other thing is, and I'll leave you with this thought, is even if I didn't like that people were dividing or embracing drama or these other things, whether it be trolls or whether it be people in the community, think about who you want to go to war with. And Plur, this as being a soldier, but who do you want to go to war with? Do you want to go to war with people who instantly turn on each other and create drama and, pseudo talk shit about each other when you're in the beginning? I mean, this is like the first inning. I mean, you think this is something, you haven't seen anything yet. And Plur, you're talking about my grandfather and I mean, in my opinion, they wanted him and I dead when we were fighting the Fortune 500 company. And I would argue that there are bigger enemies in terms of this play and other plays than even we experienced. And we're not even to that point where the people want people dead. So again, I'm not threatening. I'm not saying that there's going to be violence. Please, I'm all about peace and love and generosity. But I'm just saying, we're in the first inning out of 9 innings. And, the fact that people have time to, attack each other or make passive aggressive comments, boy, I ain't going to war with that person. I mean, I want to go to war with people who are strong leaders. And everybody can be a leader, every individual person, but especially these so-called leaders in the community. People have got to step up and be strong and not divide, because that's weak leadership. And people fall weak to greed, and they fall weak to gluttony. They fall weak to all the 7 sins.